What's up, y'all? I have a battle against another new challenger, Rowdyllamas, which is just an amazing name, to be honest. So, props on that. And this is a UU match, and, yeah, here it is. Can't believe Scissor is UU, but actually, wait, I can, because I know, the Tapu Lele meta, but still kind of just, a lot of things that are UU right now are just shocking to me. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and start this. Now, I have a pretty big weakness to fire on my team. I knew that when I was making this team on stream, but I'm like, let's try to roll with it anyway. He has a Hydreigon, which, if it has Flamethrower, could be a really big problem. So, that's what I'm thinking about pre-game, as I decided to lead with Tentacruel, as he leads with me and Xiao. He's just going to go ahead and U-turn, and he decides to go out into this Hydreigon, as I just go off the Toxic Spikes. I'd really like to get them off, because he does have a, Melodic, and if I can get that thing Toxic Poison on the switch, that would be pretty nice. So he's going to go for a Dark Pulse. I'm not really sure what to expect. I mean, it could be an Earth Power, it could be a Flamethrower, it could be a Dark Pulse. And that did a little bit more for a Dark Pulse than I was expecting, and right now I'm thinking, okay, in the back of my mind, or actually in the front of my mind, I should say, I'm thinking this thing is Specs. So I'm just going to go into Klefki. Obviously, it's either going to be Scarfed or Specs. I did get that second layer of Toxic Bites, which is nice. And, yeah, I'm just going to go out into my Klefki to resist the Dark Pulse. And with what that did to Klefki, pretty confident this thing is Specs. So it's not quite as fast as it could be, but it can definitely hit like a truck. So, oh well, he's going to go on to Arcanine, and that's a pretty good move because it's a Fire type. And Arcanine is the other Pokemon that I saw in the beginning of the game that could really be a nuisance for me. So I'm just going to go for a Thunder Wave. I was kind of hoping he'd stay in so I can get that T-Wave, which would make it not much of a problem, the Hydreigon, I mean. Because he switches out in Arcanine, I'm not able to connect with the T-Wave because it's already poisoned. But whatever, I'm just going to go into Tentacruel, predicting a Fire move. He ends up just missing with Will-O-Wisp, which I don't really think mattered, but maybe it did, who knows. But yeah, he's poisoned, and he's starting to take a little bit more each turn, so he is going to go ahead and switch out, and he goes out into Hydreigon again, knowing that I probably don't have much for him. As I just go for a Scald, I was kind of really hoping he wouldn't do this, but he did, which he could play, and I ended up getting a crit and a burn, so that's a thing. It would have been nice if, it would have been a lot nicer, obviously, if it was still Gen 6 and burn was still, 1/8 damage, but with 1/16 damage, it's not even that great as even residual damage, so, whatever. He's going to go for an Earth Power this turn. I was hoping he didn't have Earth Power, and he does, and that's going to take care of Tentacruel, my only fire resistance, mind you, so not great to lose it, and yeah, I'm just going to go into Crobat. Now that I know this thing is Specs, or I have a pretty good idea that this is Specs, I'm going to just go into Crobat on that assumption, and that means I should be able to outspeed. I am a Choice Band Crobat. You said Croband. That's just, okay. He's going to go into his own bat, and I just U-turn, and we're going to see here that this is actually going to carry the Black Sludge, so it's probably Bulky Bat. And that means he has Defog, and he can actually get rid of Toxic Spikes. Now, he doesn't want to obviously take, though, a Choice-Banded Bullet Punch for his trouble. So he's going to go down to Arcanine to get the Intimidate, and clearly this is going to be a bulky Arcanine. That is probably a good thing for me, because there was an offensive Arcanine. Because of my fire weakness, it really could have actually been worse. So, yeah, that's a thing at least. And I'm going to go ahead and switch out, though, because I don't want to lose Scizor. I'm going to go out into Bat. I really have nothing to switch into for a fire move, and yeah, here comes the Flare Blitz. Let's hope it's bulky, and it appears to be. That's definitely not max, attack Flare Blitz. So at least there's that, and I still keep my Crobat. And I am going to switch, expecting maybe the Extreme Speed, and I just didn't want to get Extreme Speed, so I go into Klefki. Now, he makes a great play here, using the Morning Sun. Now, he hasn't been in that long, so the Toxic Poison really hasn't racked up that much, and now it is at pretty high HP here, and yeah, I have nothing to take a Flare Blitz anymore, so I'm like, sorry, Klefki, you tried. I really should have actually set up a layer of Spikes, because I did have that. I think I was trying to go for a foul play, maybe hoping I'd live, but that was kind of dumb to expect. I really should have. Yeah, I don't know why I did that. I mean, I guess I was okay also, but I should have just went for the Spikes just to get the layer up if I was going to sack Klefki anyway, but that was kind of a bad play. I'm going to go into Absol, though, and I'm hoping that I can obviously kill at this point. I'm going to go ahead and Mega Evolve, and just go for the knockoff, which tends to be its strongest move, as long as it actually gets to knock off an item. He goes into Crobat, so that should do some substantial damage to Bat, and this thing is at red HP, so I'm going to go for a knockoff again. If he switches out, I get a knockoff something else. Basically, I want to punish him because I knew that he was going to go for the Defog, and to make sure that Melodic doesn't get Toxic Poisoned, And I'm just like, okay, fine. If you want to do that, then it's going to cost you your Crobat, and I'm going to be able to take it out, which is nice. Yeah, now he's going to go into Mian Shao again, and here I decide to actually stay in. As he goes for a U-turn, I do survive. Thankfully, didn't go for a fighting move. Like I said, predicted right, and gonna go ahead and go for a foul play, which is going to do decent damage to the Bisharp. And here I make another, just hoping that he would over-predict, because if this thing obviously Sucker Punched me, I'd be dead. But I decided to go for the superpower against this thing, hoping that he would try to set up predicting my switch. And yeah, as you can see, he predicted a ton of Absol switches there. And I'm just going to knock off this turn, hoping to kill the Arcanine. I know it might -2 attack. Unfortunately, I barely don't kill. I was super afraid he was going to go for a Morning Sun. But thankfully, he just tried to go for the Flare Blitz to kill something. So that was great. Absol did a ton of work. And yeah, thanks to me getting the better end of those predictions. So, and that Arcanine is down, and I turned a early disadvantage now into a 3-3 match again, so that's definitely what you want your Mega to do. So I'm going to go out into my Scizor again now, as he just knocks me off, and that actually kind of does help me, because it allows me to change my move on this Scizor. And obviously takes the actual power away, but it's actually not that bad, as I just go for a knockoff here, knowing I can switch up my move now. And I'm going to be able to knock off the Melodic's leftovers, which is always nice, and he's going to try to get some HP back, but I'm just going to U-turn because I can switch up my move, and that pretty much negates his recovery. It puts him right back pretty much at where he was before. So that's not too bad, and I'm going to go into Decidueye, my last Mon, and I decided to try to go for my Z move right off the bat. Really probably shouldn't have, because I know that this Hydreigon switch was incoming, but I guess I have to hope I can do enough damage here with Sinister Arrow Raid, which is his special Z move. By the way, please don't kill my video, YouTube. Fair use and all that, please. Anyway, Sinister Arrow Raid. I think the automated system only takes it down for the Z move of crap. What's that Pokemon's name? Primarinas, yeah. So yeah, that's Hydreigon is now pretty low. And I do have to switch out, though. I go into Crobat. I have to sack something, basically. I have no choice in the matter, and I decided that Crobat is probably the thing to go, because I know that I should be able to revenge kill this Hydreigon here with Scizor. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go into Scizor and, Bullet Punch. And that will leave Decidueye. I obviously need Decidueye in order to match up against Melodic, so... yeah, obviously sacking the right Mon there was Crobat, and this time he's going to go out into Melodic, which I believe is... No, he has 2 Pokemon left, that's right, and he's going to Scald me, hoping to get a burn. He does not, and I'm able to get off a U-turn, which will do enough damage that I really think, even without any boost, because I do have Swords Dance on this Decidueye, that I can actually just kill this thing with Leaf Blade, so that's pretty amazing, and that's going to put his last Pokemon on Mian Shao, and... obviously, as far as type goes, his best chance is to, use knockoff. But he can't knock off a Z-Stone, and he can't knock off Scizor because he already got knocked off. So I'm in a pretty good position. I'm just hoping that I can do enough damage here with this Brave Bird that even if I don't kill, I can just come into Scizor and finish it off with a Bullet Punch. But it turns out it doesn't even need it because that Brave Bird's going to do the job, and I actually get to live with Decidueye as well, and survives with 3 HP. So, yeah, very good game there, Rowdyllamas. You definitely have to do another one, and UU is kind of fun. I haven't really played it much. So leave a comment about your favorite UU Mon, or at least current UU Mon. I guess if you're watching this in the future, then like in Gen, 16, you can leave a comment about your Gen 16 favorite UU Mon. Whatever the current UU is. And as for me, it's probably Scizor right now. And Scizor's a Pokemon that's obviously been OU for a long time. It's a really awesome Pokemon. One of my favorites, to be honest. And, yeah, obviously Tapu Lele hit it hard because he always kind of relied on his priority Bullet Punch, but still obviously a monster in UU unless it eventually gets bumped up to PL, which I wouldn't be shocked. Well, cross your fingers. Well, leave a comment about that and see you guys again next time. See you laters.